Let's get real for a moment. Most people aren't living. They're surviving. They wake up, go to work, scroll their phones, eat, sleep, and call that life. But underneath that routine, there's a quiet desperation, a whisper that says, there has to be more than this. And that whisper doesn't go away. It haunts you because it's the truth. You were not born to live safe. You were born to live free. The uncomfortable truth is that comfort kills dreams. It's seductive. It feels good. It keeps you warm and safe, but it slowly drains your potential. Comfort convinces you that tomorrow will be a better time to start. It tells you to wait, to prepare, to be cautious. And by the time you realize what it's cost you, the opportunities that could have changed your life have already passed by. Avoiding risk feels like protection, but it's actually the most dangerous decision you can make. Because when you avoid risk, you avoid growth. And when you avoid growth, you start dying while you're still alive. The body may survive, but the spirit shrinks. You trade the unknown where magic happens for the predictable where nothing new ever grows. We've been conditioned since childhood to seek safety. Don't climb too high, you might fall. Don't speak too loud, people will judge you. Don't dream too big, you'll get disappointed. But everything you truly want is on the other side of that risk. Freedom, passion, impact, love, wealth, they all demand a leap into uncertainty. Comfort zones are invisible prisons. They don't have bars or locks, but they keep millions trapped. And the longer you stay inside, the smaller your world becomes. You stop stretching, you stop experimenting, you stop living boldly. Life becomes a loop. Same actions, same results, same frustrations. And then one day you call it fate. What's the alternative? To step into the arena of risk, to feel that heartbeat pounding in your chest, that trembling before you act, that fear whispering, what if you fail? And to move forward anyway. That's where transformation happens. That's where you remember who you are, not a victim of circumstance, but a creator of destiny. Risk isn't a reckless act. It's not gambling your future. It's investing in your potential. Every time you take a risk aligned with your purpose, you send a signal to your brain and to the universe. I am ready for more. And that readiness draws opportunities, people, and momentum into your life. People think the riskiest thing is to lose money, status, or reputation. But the real risk is losing your fire, that hunger that makes you get up in the morning and chase something bigger than yourself. Because once you lose that, no amount of security will ever fill the void. Let me tell you something, fear isn't the enemy. Fear is fuel. It's energy in disguise. The problem isn't fear, it's what you do with it. When you run from fear, it controls you. When you face it, it expands you. Every person who's ever built something extraordinary has learned to dance with fear, not avoid it. You want to know what makes a person unstoppable? It's not talent, not luck, not even intelligence. It's courage. Courage to act when the outcome isn't guaranteed. Courage to take the first step when the path isn't visible. Courage to risk failure, embarrassment, rejection, and still move forward. Fear doesn't mean stop. It means go forward intelligently. Fear is the indicator that you're about to grow. When you feel fear, that's your compass pointing toward transformation. The difference between people who live fully and those who don't isn't the absence of fear. It's their relationship with it. When you play it safe, you may avoid pain, but you also avoid power. You avoid joy. You avoid mastery. You avoid the version of yourself that can handle anything. The person you are right now cannot create the life you truly want. You must become someone new, and that only happens when you risk. Think of the great innovators, the artists, the leaders who changed history. They all took risks. They were laughed at, doubted, criticized, rejected, but they acted anyway because they understood something most never learns. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. Every failure teaches you what doesn't work. Every mistake sharpens your instincts. Every risk, even the ones that don't go your way, expands your capacity for life. That's how you build confidence, by facing discomfort, not avoiding it. The truth is, inaction has a cost. When you avoid risk, you're not staying neutral, you're moving backward. The world moves fast. Technology evolves, people evolve, markets evolve. If you're standing still, you're already falling behind. Playing small doesn't protect you. It just guarantees you'll never know how big you could have been. People say, I don't want to lose what I have. But if what you have isn't what you want, you're already losing. Staying the same is the slowest form of failure. You can't eliminate risk. You can only choose the type of risk you take. There's the risk of action, failure, rejection, pain. And then there's the risk of inaction, regret, stagnation, emptiness. One hurts now, the other hurts forever. Choose wisely. Most people don't realize how much their logic is just fear dressed up in reason. They'll say, it's not the right time. I'm not ready. I need more information. But what they really mean is, I'm scared. Fear lies with sophistication. It doesn't scream, it negotiates. Your brain's number one job is to keep you alive, not to make you happy. It's designed to avoid pain, not to create greatness. That's why you can't rely on feeling ready. You'll never feel ready. You have to act first. And confidence comes later. Every breakthrough in your life will feel risky before it feels right. Quitting that job, starting that business, expressing that truth, committing to that vision, it will all feel terrifying at first. But the moment you take action, you take back your power. The greatest risk takers in history weren't fearless. They were purpose-driven. Their why was bigger than their fear. When your purpose burns bright enough, risk becomes just another step on the path. Your life changes the moment you decide that the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of changing. That moment of decision is when power enters your life. Because once you decide, truly decide, nothing can stop you. There's a part of you that knows you're capable of more. It's been whispering to you for years. In the quiet of the night, in moments of envy, when you see others succeed, in flashes of inspiration that fade when doubt returns. That whisper is your potential calling, but potential without risk is just imagination. You can dream all you want, visualize, plan, prepare, but until you take that leap, it's just fantasy. Risk is what turns the invisible into the visible. So how do you start? You start small, but you start now. You take one bold step today, not next month, not next year. Because momentum is built through action, not thought. Risk-taking is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The first time you step out of your comfort zone, it feels terrifying. The 10th time, it feels exhilarating. The 100th time, it feels natural. Growth is not linear, it's exponential. Each risk multiplies your capacity, your awareness, your confidence. Suddenly, the things that used to scare you become your new normal. When you step into risk, something incredible happens. You activate creativity, your brain lights up, your focus sharpens, your intuition strengthens. Pressure forges clarity. Risk forces you to trust yourself, to rely on your inner resources, to find strength you didn't know existed. You realize that you are more powerful, more capable, more adaptable than you ever believed. The reason most people never discover who they really are is because they never test themselves. You can't find your strength in comfort. You find it when you're stretched, when you're challenged, when you're scared, but move anyway. When you avoid risk, you not only limit your future, you betray your potential. You choose familiarity over fulfillment. And deep down, you know it. That's why regret hurts so much. It's the recognition of the power you never used. But here's the beauty. It's never too late to change. At any moment, you can make a new decision. You can decide that fear no longer runs your life. You can decide to step into risk and embrace the unknown, because the unknown is not your enemy. It's your gateway. It's where possibilities live. It's where miracles happen. The unknown is the playground of creation. Stop asking for certainty. Start cultivating courage. Certainty is a myth. Courage is a choice. The most successful people in the world still feel doubt. They just act anyway. You can't build an extraordinary life with ordinary habits. You can't achieve freedom by clinging to safety. You can't experience your true power while hiding from discomfort. Your destiny demands risk. You were designed to evolve. That's why comfort never feels enough. It's a signal that your soul is asking for expansion. Don't confuse stability with fulfillment. You can have a stable job, a safe home, a predictable routine, and still feel empty because your spirit wasn't built for maintenance, it was built for momentum. You can't step into greatness with one foot in security and the other in fear. You've got to burn the boats. Commit fully. When you remove the option of retreat, your mind finds a way forward. The universe rewards boldness. Life responds to movement. When you take risks from a place of purpose, you attract synchronicities, opportunities, and people that seem like miracles, but they're just the natural consequence of courage. Stop waiting for permission. No one's coming to rescue you. You are the hero you've been waiting for. And heroes aren't born, they're made in moments of risk. Risk doesn't guarantee success, but it guarantees growth. And when you grow enough, success becomes inevitable. You will fall, you will fail. You will doubt yourself. But every time you rise again, you become stronger. Failure refines you. It's not a wall, it's a doorway to wisdom. People will criticize you, question you, call you crazy until the results speak for themselves. And when they do, those same people will call you lucky. They won't see the courage that built it. The secret isn't to avoid risk. It's to manage it through awareness, adaptability, and relentless persistence. Winners don't avoid uncertainty, they master it. Remember, risk doesn't mean danger. It means opportunity disguised as uncertainty. Every risk is a test. Do you believe in your vision more than your fear? The moment you start trusting your inner power more than your outer circumstances, life shifts. You stop being reactive and start being creative. Risk is the language of growth. It's how the universe asks, how badly do you want this? Every great story begins with that question. One day, you'll look back and realize that the scariest decisions were the ones that made your life worth living. The biggest risks became the greatest gifts. So today, I challenge you, do one thing that scares you, make that call, start that project, speak your truth. Because the moment you take that step, you reclaim your freedom. The uncomfortable truth is this: avoiding risk is the riskiest thing you can do. Because in the end, the real danger isn't in failing, it's in never knowing what you could have become. Step into the unknown and watch how life begins to move in your favor. That's where the magic lies on the other side of fear.